Let's talk about a couple people other than Trump. Lisa Murkowski, senator from Alaska, said she'd vote on the or vote for the new budget bill, which is an absolute disaster because Alaskans would not have to meet the work requirements that people in every other state would have to meet. I think she also got a carve out for Hawaii under the language. That's a hell of a note that you don't give a damn about the rest of the country, and it's a very because you recognize the difficulty of the work requirements, but you sit there and say your own people will be exempted from that. You ought to have more guts and more brains than that, in my view. Your job as a senator is not just for the people of your state, but it's for the good of the country. But apparently, she doesn't give a damn about that. John Fetterman, meanwhile, complains that he has to work too hard. He doesn't show up for most of the votes. He's absent most of the time, and he's complained because he wanted to be at the beach with his family. He wanted to be with his family so much. On his anniversary, he had dinner with some Republican operative on the Hill instead of with his wife. Christy Gordon Noem, who had been governor of I don't know North or South Dakota at the time at a salary of $130,000. Meanwhile, it's been discovered was taking a percentage of the donations that had been made to a charity, which was either in whole or in part designed to help her in her campaigns. But she did this without not only is it improper, but in my view, but she also did it without notifying the people who were donating the money that she was going to take $80,000 off the top and pocket it for herself. Maybe she used it for bullets to shoot her dog or dogs. uh, the border czar, Tom Homan, when asked about a 75-year-old person in ICE detention who had been in this country for 60 years about his death, Homan's heartfelt response was, "People die in custody all the time." That's a hell of a note. But it shows you Homan speaks for the president, and they don't care about you, me, or anybody else. They care about acting and looking tough. I think Homan and Trump should be put in some of these detention centers and see how they like it. Meanwhile, let's talk about RFK Jr. They have cut back on 780 grants. They fired 1,300 people. They're cutting the National Institute of Health budget by 40%, and RFK is not letting people publish in major medical journals. At least he's talked about not letting people publish, like the New England Journal of Medicine, Lancet, and others. I think the real reason is because the guy can't read them and understand them, so why should they be published in something that he can't read? And it's they don't publish it in the comic book addiction for him, so he would just be left out of luck. So this is what we're getting from the underlings for the. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing: the Trump budget. The Republicans are pulling a fast one on all of us. It's called baseline budgeting. It's never been done before. But so, for example, let's say your family decides to buy a car in 2025 for $20,000. In 2026, you decide to buy another car. This car is going to cost $30,000. Well, because you'd spent $20,000 the year before, they're claiming that the budget increase is only $10,000. So essentially, they're wiping out and taking off the books 2/3 of that amount. So when they say that it's not increasing the deficit by as much, they're playing a sleight of hand because it had been that deficit had been part of what existed the year before. I hope that provides at least some explanation of the concept of baseline budgeting. It's long and short of it. It's a fraud. This is the type of thing, though, that comes easily to Trump because we know he was convicted in New York of corporate fraud. He was had to pay penalties for Trump University. He had uh, Pam Bondi Attorney General took $25,000 from Trump while she was investigating Trump, and then stopped the investigation. This same type of nonsense has been going on throughout this group of people since since they began to band together. But as I say, water seeks its own level, and criminals like to spend time with each other.